welcome again to Mr. Truman's guitar lesson for the beginners. Okay, I hope you are doing your exercises strumming. Okay, if you are left-handed, remember, if you haven't done to changing your the strings, that's fine, because all we're doing is strumming and concentrating on the chords. Okay, if you haven't done that, so just doing the strumming, right? Go down, down, up, up, down, right? 1, 2, and rest, and 4, right? Remember your fingers. If you're not using a pick, you're using your fingers. It's like this, like as if you're holding a little tiny pin. Okay, all right. Same thing right here, right? If you're using the pick, whoops, remember, using the pick right here, right? And just sliding through, okay? Sliding through, right? Okay, let's see. So if you're doing the downstroke, one downstroke at a time, concentrating on the F chord, right? Concentrating on the F chord. So we're gonna do an exercise all the way to the 5th fret, going, 1 fret at a time to 5th and going back down, right? And after that, we'll move on, okay? Ready? If you're doing both, here we go. 2, 3, 4, and down, down, down. Don't worry if it doesn't sound right. That's fine as long as your fingers are in the right place. Right? 1, 2, and rest, and 4. 1, 2, and rest, and 4. Right? Downstroke. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, up, down, down. Right? Good. All right. Going to the next section is knowing your instrument. So if you have taken this step already, then you go to the next lesson, which is tuning, right? This next section is knowing your instrument. You gotta know the parts of your instrument and the names of the strings, the open strings, and how the tuning is related to the piano. All musical instruments tuning are all related to the piano. All right. Also, in addition, it also shows you you'll be introduced to your fingers. The names of your fingers, right? Little fingers. Anyway, because we're gonna need that one in terms of where the chords, places of your fingers on the chords, as well if you're doing the picking later on, what names of those fingers that needs to pluck on certain strings. Okay, and here is the next segment. Okay, I hope you took some notes there. So, as you can see, in terms of the strings, okay, you see it like this when probably some of you already bought a book for the chords. As you can see, it's positioned like this, right? Here's the top and then the bottom, and it shows you the first string is the bottom, okay? And it's 1. When you count it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as it's related to the tuning of the piano, the very bottom one is E, right? And then followed by number 2 is a B, and number 3 is a G. So G strings, okay? This is not the famous G strings that most people know, but this is a G string. This is and then the 4th one is a D, okay? and the fifth is an A, and the sixth string is back to E. So you get a high E and a low E. Okay, which is kind of funny because high, but it's in the bottom. Okay, sometimes some people got confused there. It's high because it sounds high, but it's in the bottom part of the strings, right? Low because it sounds low, but it's on the top. You know, it's kind of funny. That's how it goes, right? Also, as you can see, your fingers numbers are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Your thumb is in the back, okay, of the neck. Remember, this is a neck, right? Because this is a head, this is a neck, and the body. It can't be an arm, you know, because if it's a person, remember, you know, it's like a head and an arm. Wow, kind of funny, right? So that's how it goes, right? And then you get the pegs, the tuning pegs, where the strings are connected to make the tunings. And then this is the head nut, okay? To remember it, this is the heads of all nuts. Anyway, then you got the bridge nut, okay? And sometimes you'll see it subtle. Now, because I have the parts that I gave you, I have a classical guitar, so I have a tuning, a sound hole right here, right? The same thing with the acoustic guitar has a sound hole. But if you have if electric guitar, okay, you do not have a sound hole, but you have a connection to an amplifier where the sounds flows, right? It's through the speaker that comes out your sounds, which is kind of nice, you know, especially if your mom, you're practicing and it's too loud, you know, you can always turn it off and you can still hear the sound, you know, down, down, down. You can still practice like that. Just like when I was in college, I have a roommate. I was in a dormitory, and I needed to practice and I didn't want to go down. So what I do, I put this one in, you know, a piece of cloth, go like this, and I practice my picking, you know, while he's still asleep. But I need to practice, go like this, you know, so it doesn't make that sound. But anyway, okay, so that is parts of your guitar. And the next lesson is tuning. And some of you probably already have it tuned because most of the stuff is they have their electric tuning, okay? And I'll sound them on the phone, you know. There's some apps in here that you can get for free for tuning your guitar, okay? I'll give you that option as well. For now, goodbye and thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next lesson.